everyone, welcome. Welcome to my season. And if you can hear me clearly, please type OK in the comments. And while we are waiting for more people to join, please feel free to tell me which country you are watching from and whether uh, you mainly produce gray iron or uh, dark dark iron, gray iron or ductile iron. Anyway, thank you for joining to today's live season. Yes, my name is Ida from ZHENXIN Meteorological Materials, China. Yes, and today's topic is nodulizer. Yes, nodulizer, also known as spor sulfurizer or magnesium ferrosilicon or ferrosilicon magnesium. Um, Yes, and today is a technical and practical sharing. If you are a foundry engineer, a purchasing manager, or someone responsible for ductile iron quality, then nodulizer is one of the most sensitive and critical material in your food process. Yes, that's that. A small change in nodulizer can decide whether your graphite is perfect or whether your entire ladle becomes scrape. So, what this season will really help you with, I want to see in the next 1 hour. I want to just tell you what nebulizer is. I think most of you already know, and what I will focus on, why nebulization fails in practice, why different countries need different nebulizers, why magnesium percentage alone doesn't tell the full story. If you have ever had problems such as unstable nodularity, excessive smoke, or violent reaction, magnesium fight too fast mixed graphite structure. Then stay with me till the end. And thank you. So that's the first part. What is a nodulizer? What is a nodulizer? Let's start simple. Nodulizer is an alloy added into molten iron. Yes, and to convert graphite from flakes shape into sulfurido shape. In real, real light, in reality, in reality, Uh, Nebulizer isn't one single material. It's a technical knowledge product. Yes, and most common nebulizers are based on ferrosilicon as the carrier, magnesium as the active element, and sometimes rare earth element, calcium. And why maybe someone will be curious, why not pearl magnesium? Yes, most people knows the answer. Yes, because pearl magnesium reacts to violently. Yes, violently. The pearl magnesium will react to violently. violently and burns instantly, can't be controlled. So magnesium is protected inside the ferrosilicon alloy. That's the core logic of Nodulizer. And why graphite shape changes everything? Why graphite shape changes everything? Maybe most people will ask, why does Nodulizer matter so much? Let's compare. In gray iron, graphite looks like flakes. Yes, looks like flakes. Each flake behaves like a tiny prick. That means stress concentrates, cracks propagate easily, and low cell strength, low elongation, and in uh, ductile iron, graphite is spherical. Stress flows around the graphite instead of stopping at it. So the result is higher tensile strength, much higher elongation, and better fatigue resistance. So nebulizer isn't just an additive; it's what turns cast iron into a structural material. Then how nebulizer actually works in molten iron? Maybe someone will be interested in this. Now let's go one level deeper. Magnesium has three key effects in molten iron. First, it reacts with sulfur and oxygen. Sulfur is the biggest enemy of nodulization. If sulfur is high, magnesium gets consumed and nodularity drops. Second, the magnesium changes the graphite nucleation behavior. It modifies the surface energy during solidification. And third, it suppresses flake graphite growth direction. There is an import point. Yes, the effective magnesium content in iron is very low. It's normally only about 0.03 to 0.05%. Magnesium remains dissolved. But that tiny amount controls everything. Yes, just the tiny amount controls everything. That's why nodulizer quality and magnesium recovery rate matters much more than people think. Good afternoon, Peter. Hello. If you have any questions about the nodulizer, welcome to leave your comments. I will appreciate that. And then, um, then let's talk about the composition, but in a practical way. Yes, the typical nodulizer with the uh, magnesium content is about 5 to 9%, and silicon content about 44 to 48%, and the calcium content about is around 1%. as the rears, yes, is always optional, and the iron element is always balanced. Many buyers ask only one question: how much magnesium? But that's not enough. Yes, you should also care about the magnesium distribution on the magnesium distribution uniformity. Yes, the magnesium distribution, and the silicon purity, the calcium control, and the rare earth type and the stability. Um, uh, there is let's say um, what to say? Yes, um, there is a thing. Mm, for example, yes, just for example, maybe two nodulizers both marked magnesium 6%, but they can behave completely differently in the ladder. Yes, that's why we should care about the sleeping purity, the calcium control, and the rare earth. Yes, the other elements. So there we have mentioned the rare earth. So what's the different between rare earth nodulizer and non-rare earth nodulizer? This is one of the most misunderstood topic. Yes, today we will discuss this topic. Yes, and there are first we should know the rare earth elements uh, can uh, the rare earth elements can improve the magnesium recovery stability, the resistance to sulfur, nodularity retention, but the rare earth not always necessary. Use Rarely use the rare earth nodulizer when sulfur is high. Section is thick. Section is thick, and testing geometry is complex. And that's when we use rare earth nodulizer. But when will Mm, will none will also not the leather is better when base iron is clean. Thin wall casting, fast production resin, and choosing the wrong type fast production resin. So that when we know the favorable situation to use the rare earth, we can get money advantages. Choosing the wrong tab, maybe we will face waste cost, reduce rapid quality, and complicate your process. So when you choose the first silicon mechanisms, first to make it clear that if you need to use the rare earth, That's not that's isn't correct. Use the real earth all the time, or uh, use non-real earth nodulizer all the time. So first, to make it clear, if you need to the real earth, if uh, if your suffer is high, if your facing suffer is high, section is thick, casting geometry is complex. When you face this storm, you will face this situation. Just to choose the rear earth ferrosilicon magnesium, the rear earth nodulizer. So, and if the base iron is clean, simple casting, fast with fast production result, just to choose the non-real earth nodulizer is feasible. And then let's turn to the next step about the addition method. Yes, addition method. Why the same nodulizer gives different results? This there is a very important point. Yes, nodulizer performance depends heavily on how you add it. How you add it. Um, there are always three methods. The first is the sandwich method. It's a simple method, and it's widely used. It can it modern rights magnesium recovery. The advantage is the moderate magnesium recovery, and the second is tan dish cover method. Yes, the advantages are more controlled, higher recovery, and less violent reaction. The third method is in mold treatments. Yes, its advantage is very precise, used for small batches and sensitive to design. So, what method you are always choose? You are always choosing. You always choose the sandwich method or the sandwich cover method or the in mold treatment. How you add the modulizers? Maybe uh, maybe make the modulator different performance and how you add it also depend on you want get what the advantages. Anyway, if you just want to use the simple method and the moderate magnesium recovery, just to choose the sandwich method. And if you want the reactions more controlled and need higher recovery and need less violent reactions, you had better choose the sand-dish cover method. And if you want to get a very precise reaction and use for small batches and if sensitive to design, the imode treatment will be a better method. So when someone says this nodulizer doesn't work, the first question is always how do you add it? Yes, how do you add it? How do you add it? Please leave your comment. Let's discuss. We will be happy to discuss. And then, and then about the ladder's common failure and real world mistake. Let me share real issues customers report. The first, the first, the first mistake. The first is the over nodualization. If you also face the failures in your process, the over nodulization, yes, uh, its performance, its chunky graphite shrinkage and make a poor machine machinability. Yes, the over nodulization will make chunky graphite shrinkage and poor machinability. Yes, then the second is under nodulization. Yes, the first is over nodulization and the second is under nodulization. You will face you will face mixed graphite and unstable mechanical properties. And the third is the wrong size. Wrong size. Yes, if you choose the nebulizer too fine, you will face the violent reactions. If you choose the nebulizer too coarse, coarse, you maybe uh, face the incomplete reactions. So someone uh, so someone also with the wrong side. And the fourth is the ignoring suffer. We just mentioned the suffer is important in smart. And if you ignoring the suffer, you maybe the magnesium is consumed and nodulization will fail will fail. Yes, yes, just so we mentioned the ignoring the suffer. Maybe someone will have the same thought, same problem. Yes, just so we mentioned, the sulfur is the biggest enemy of nodulization because if sulfur is high, the magnesium gets consumed and the nodularity drops. So, uh, so if you really ignore the sulfur, uh, you may face the nodulization fails. Actually, most problems with molding are not material problems, but process and matching problems. So if you find you use the Nodulizer and don't get you really and don't get the and don't get the那叫什么？and if you 怎么说？So anyway, so if you choose to use the Nodulizer but find the Nodulizer doesn't work or doesn't work well, so don't so first to check if you have uh if you have 叫什么 curious if you have the uh same failures, same mistake, such as the over nodulization, the under nodulization, or the wrong size, or the ignoring suffer. Check the process and matching problems again. Okay, then let's turn to the next part about the particle size, storage, and packaging. The nodularizers, the size, the storage, and packaging. The nodulizer's particle size is about 5 to 25 millimeters, 5 to 30 millimeters, or 1 to 5, or yes, 1 to 5 millimeters, and the different size have different effect. The size can affect the reaction speed, the magnesium recovery, safety, yes, and safety, just like what we mentioned before. Yes. If you choose the wrong size of nodulizer, you will find you choose the nodulizer to find, then you get the violent reactions. You choose the nodulizer to cause, you get incomplete reactions. So just to choose the right size. The typical size is 5 to 25, and 5 to 30 millimeters. Someone maybe don't know what's the right size for them. So uh, the sample is also important to to try to try the sample to get the right choice. Yes, we can improve. Okay, we can provide the sample for our customer. If you also want to purchase the neuralizer for long cooperation and welcome. welcome to leave your comment or leave your inquiry on our website. Let's discuss the right choice of Nodulizer. We will provide uh, the relevant documents, the quotation, and the right sample for you. And for the storage of Nodulizer, the first is to keep dry. Yes, and then avoid moisture, seal the packaging because Nodulizer reacts with water, so moisture control is very important. So and in the Nodulizer market, China is one of the major Nodulizer suppliers globally. We because we China have a strong phosphatic industry and the major mechanism allowing technology and stable export logistics. But different factory have maybe have different quality. The quality difference lies in the first the process control, the mechanism uniformity, and screening quality. Nodulizer, because nodulizer isn't a commodity like a cooker. So supplier experience matters a lot. So just to choose uh, a good supplier, yes, you can find uh, the the purchase process will be more will be easier. Yes. If you are also interested in Nodulizer, just welcome to leave your comment or leave your inquiry on our website. We have provide and we have supplied the Nodulizer many years. We have the major producing technology. Yes, and we have more experience about the export logistic. Yes, we can ensure the good quality in the Nodulizer. So if you are interested in this production, if you want to try the Nodulizer, welcome to leave your inquiry or leave your comments. We will be happy to discuss this production together. Okay, and uh, in our company, the Iron Jensen Technological Materials Company, yes, we don't just sell Nodulizer. We focus on the stable mechanism recovery behavior and the consistent particle size, the matching composition to customer process. Yes, and we also support the standard Nodulizer, whereas Nodulizer and customized composition. Of course, we work closely with real foundries. Our feedback comes from actual production results. Okay. Then that's what I want to share with you about the Nodulizer. If you have other questions or if you want to discuss the production, welcome to leave your comment in the comment area. Will be pleasure to discuss the Nodulizer. The next, let me share our factory video with you. Next, just to watch our factory video. That Okay, now thank you for your watching. Thank you for watching our factory video. That's our factory's new build video for your reference. And now let's continue to our topic about the nodulizer. Yes, just now we have discussed some aspects of the production. Yes, and I have shared some technical and practical points with you. If you also want to share your thoughts, or if you also need some suggestions, or if you have some questions, welcome to leave your comments or leave your inquiry in our website. We will be happy to discuss the production together. Yes, and then let's recheck the those points about today's topic, such as first the first is what is nodulizer. Yes, the nodulizer is an alloy added into mortal iron to convert graphite from flake shape into spheroidal shape. And in reality, nodulizer isn't one single material, it's a technology product. The most common nodulizer are based on ferrosilicon as the carrier, magnesium as the active element, and sometimes use the rare earth elements. So if you uh, whether you need the rare earth elements or not, it depends on what you want to get uh, from the nodulizer. In next, we have mentioned how to choose the nodulizer with rare earth or unreal or non-rare earth. Yes, and the calcium. Calcium is also an important element in nodulizer. Maybe someone will be curious if um, the even the magnesium is the active element in nodulizer. Why not choose the poor magnesium? That we also have answered the question. Yes, because the magnesium reacts to violently and burns instantly and can't be controlled. So we should choose the ferrosic magnesium, as the magnesium is protected inside the ferrosic alloy. That's the core logic of nodulizer. Yes, and also some people will ask why does nodulizer matter so much? We have compared. In gray, and graphite looks like flakes, and each flake behaves like a tiny creek. That means the stress concentrates, create a packet easily, and low tensile strength, low elongation. Yes, but in ductile iron, the graphite is spherical. Yes, so the stress flows around the graphite instead of stopping at it. So the result is higher tensile strength, much higher elongation, and a better fatigue resistance. So nebulizer isn't just an additive, it's what turns cast iron into a structural material. Then we also discuss the how nebulizer actually works in molten iron. Yes, we have mentioned the mechanism has the three key effects in molten iron. The first, it reacts with the sulfur and oxygen, and the sulfur will know sulfur is the biggest enemy of nodurization. If the sulfur is high, the mechanism gets consumed and nodularity drops. Maybe our customer also have faced the nodulizer failure. Yes, because he ignored the sulfur. The result is uh, re- the mechanism consumed and the nodulization fails. Yes, so don't ignore the sulfur. The sulfur is also the important uh, impurity in the nodulizer. In, in the cast iron, yeah, the sulfur is also important in cast iron. And yes, let's continue. The magnesium has three key effects in molten iron. First, it reacts with sulfur and oxygen. Second, magnesium changes graphite nucleation behavior. It modifies the surface energy during solidification. And third, the magnesium suppresses flake graphite growth direction. Important point here, the effective magnesium content in iron is very low. Normally only 0.03 to 0.05 magnesium remains dissolved, but that tiny amount controls everything. That's why nodulizer quality and magnesium recovery rate matter much more than people think. And then we have shared the typical nebulizer's composition. Yes, the magnesium content is always is 5 to 9%. The silicon 44 to 48%. The calcium around 1%, and the rare earth is optional. The iron is balanced. Many bears ask only one question: how much magnesium? But that's not enough. The buyers should also care about the magnesium distribution uniformity, the silicon purity, the calcium control, and even the rare earth type and stability. Two nodulizers, both smart magnesium 6%, but they can behave completely differently in the ladle because of the silicon purity, the calcium control, even the rare earth type and stability. When mentioned the rare earth maybe someone will be curious about the difference between the rare earth and non-rare earth nodulizers, and we also discuss this problem because that is one of the most misunderstood topics. So first, let's know the uh, the advantage of rare earth. First, it can improve magnesium recovery stability, the resistance to sulfur, and nodularity retentions. So, because of these advantages, then the rare earths are always necessary. No, they are not always necessary. Use the real earth nebulizer when sulfur is high, section is thick, and the casting geometry is complex. But non-real earth nebulizer is better when base air is clean, thin wall casting, fast, uh, fast production result. Yes. Just choose the real earth modulator or the non-real earth modulator depends on your reality. Yes, and if you choosing the wrong type, you may face the west coast, reduce graphic quality and complicate your process. Um, there also maybe someone also curious about the addition method. Of course, they may want to know why the same modulizer gives a different results. Yes, that's also uh, that depends on the addition method. It's a very important point. Yes, there is a thing. Nodulizer performance depends heavily on how you eat it. There are three methods. The first is the sandwich method. It's simple, widely used, and moderate magnesium recovery. Then the ten dish cover method. It's more controlled, higher recovery, and less violent reaction. The last is imode treatment. It's very precise, used for small batches and sensitive to design. So when someone says this nodulizer doesn't work or this nodulizer doesn't work well, the first question is always should be always how do you add it? Choose a different method, get the different results. And I also share real sales customers reports such as over nodulization, yes, the chunky graphite shrinkage, and poor machinability. And under nodulization, the mixed graphite unstable mechanical properties and the wrong size. Choose the wrong size, you may face too fine. So choose too fine nodulizer, you get violent reactions. Choose the too coarse nodulizer, you face incomplete reaction. And yes, some customer also uh, some customer ignore the suffer. That is also real issues my customer have reported. Ignore the suffer. The result is the nodulization fails. Yes, because we have shared the suffer in suffer in multi. Sulfur is the biggest enemy of mineralization. If sulfur is high, the magnesium gets consumed and the nodularity drops. Yes. And about the size, the storage, and the packaging of the Nodulizer, the typical partition size is about 5 to 25 millimeters and 5 to 30 millimeters. The size will affect the reaction speed, mechanism recovery, and safety. And about the storage of Nodulizer, first keep dry, then avoid moisture. Seal the packaging. Yes, seal the packaging is important because nebulizer reacts with the water. Moisture control is very important. And we all know that China is one of the major nebulizer suppliers globally. Maybe someone will ask why. Why? Because the strong ferrosilicon industry in China, major mechanism allowing technology in China, stable import logistic, and but there also quality difference. The quality difference lies in process control, mechanism uniformity, and screening quality. Because Nodulizer isn't a commodity like a cook. Supplier experience matters a lot. So just to choose the right supplier. At our company, the ZHENXIN Metallurgical Materials Company, we don't just sell nebulizer. We also focus on stable mechanism, recovery behavior, consistent partial size, matching composition to customer process. We also support standard nebulizer, rare earth nebulizer, and customized composition. We work closely with real foundries, so our feedback comes from actual production results. So in the end, thank you for being with me. If you have questions about the manganese thermal level, will earth suffer control, and the partial size, the processing or delivery, please leave your comment or send me a message or leave your inquiry on our website. And this is Ida from INGC Metallurgical Materials Company. Wish you stable nodularity and a smooth testing production. See you next time.